All right, Steph here from the TAB. Tough pickings last week, wasn't it, in the Investec Super Rugby? So let's see if we can find some winners this week amongst what is another hard round to pick, especially some of the games. The first game, though, is a massive highlight and hard to pick. The Highlanders against the Blues down in Carisbrook. It's going to be great to see the stands filled once again down there. They are really getting in behind their team, and why not? They are absolutely flying. They're a team that play for 80 minutes. And we saw a try last week from Tony Brown's cross kick into James Patterson. He nearly goobered the catch, actually, but he managed to hold on to it, dotted down in the corner. Looked a bit like a rugby league try, and why not? It was a fantastic start to the second half, a botched up restart of the half, and the Highlanders capitalised, scored a try in the corner. I'm going to lean towards the Highlanders here, just based on the fact they can play 80 minutes, and the Blues haven't shown that they can do that yet. They're good for sort of 50 or 60 minutes. But the 80-minute Highlander machine, I will expect to roll over the brilliant Blues. Only just. They'll try and keep it low scoring. They'll be praying for rain. Highlanders 1-12 for me. Next one up is the Cheetahs against the Brumbies. Now, there's rumours that Heinrich Brousseau is going to be back for the Cheetahs, and I think he's one of the best loose forwards in the competition. The Brumbies still continue to win, lose, win, bye. They're just not really getting the wins together. I thought they might be starting to show a little bit of form a couple of weeks, but not so this week. I'm going to take the Cheetahs at home. Even though they've lost 4 in a row, they have been narrow, and I think they've been showing some nice improvements. So the Cheetahs there for me in South Africa. The Hurricanes return home to Wellington in the Cape Tin on Saturday night and host the Reds, who are one of the better performed and most enjoyable teams to watch. They've got an incredible backline, highly entertaining. Just take a look at this try from Quade Cooper. He's, I think, my favourite player to watch in the competition this year. He's got a great fend, great speed, great cartwheels, great flip-flops, and he's a great kicker. In fact, I think there was a period of 11 minutes in the game last week where he scored a try, conversion, a penalty and a drop goal. First time that's ever happened. The Hurricanes, as I say, are returning from South Africa. The Reds are in great form. I think the travel and that good form is just enough for me to lean towards the Reds 12 and under. It's Andrew Hoare's 100th game, but I think that the Reds are just going to have a little bit too much for them. Next up, we've got the Waratahs against the Rebels, a local derby match. The Waratahs have been smashed by injury. Looks like, well, we know Drew Mitchell's out for quite a few months. Wycliffe Palu could well be out. Berrick Barnes, they're still 50-50 whether he's going to play. But the Rebels aren't so good away from home. They are getting better. They do have good patches, but I do like the Waratahs. 12 and under for me there. I would have gone 13 over, and they will be chasing lots of tries too, so I'm expecting the Bull to see a lot of air. Waratahs are chasing 5 points a game in their next 3 games. The Force welcome the Crusaders to Perth this weekend, and the Crusaders, well, they haven't got a great record against the Force. In fact, I think the Force have got the best record against the Crusaders of anyone in the competition. They've lost 2 of their 5 to the Crusaders, 2 draws, and they've beaten them once. So that's not too bad for the Force. They did beat the Bulls last week as well, but hey, everybody's beating the Bulls at the moment, and the Crusaders rested a few players, and they'll be angry and they'll be desperate to get back on their 13 and over winning way, and I think they'll do it, and I think they'll get plenty of tries as well. So the Crusaders 13 and over with all the big guns back. Next game's the Bulls against the Chiefs, and I've just talked about the Bulls, and I've talked about the Bulls all season that I don't think they're anywhere near where they've been for the last 2 years. The Chiefs had a nice win last week. They just need confidence, the Chiefs. Some great games from some individuals in there. Stephen Donald with a game under his belt should be a little bit better as well. I'm going to side with the Chiefs, which is rare in Pretoria, but the Bulls, they're no good thing for me. They'll be the favourite, the Bulls, but this is the underdog bet of the week for me. Chiefs 12 and under. The last game of the round sees easily the best 2 teams in the competition, the Stormers against the Sharks. Now, the Stormers have only dropped 1. They've managed to stay under the radar of the New Zealand public anyway, because they haven't toured here yet. The Sharks have got some good continuity going, good support play. We can see a try here where the ball bounces around. In fact, it was a bounce pass that led to the try, but they seem to be able to keep the ball alive. This is traditionally a very low scoring game between the two, and whoever wins is going to go top of the South African Conference ladder. I'm going to side with the Stormers here. Only just, as I say, a low-scoring game. I wouldn't be surprised if neither team score 20 points, but I just like the way the Stormers' defence has been operating. They've got a winning habit. The Sharks will throw everything at them, but I see defence playing defence, maybe something like 16-12, 16-13 like that. But I will go the Stormers 1-12. But overall, my bet of the week this week, here's the whole list of games. I'm going to say the bet of the week is going to be, well, the Crusaders 13 and over. I think they are hurting so much over that loss. I think it was a bit of a faux pas under the coach to rest so many players. So Canterbury Crusaders 13 and over for me, bet of the week.